Why can't we come in? I asked the large man standing in front of us. He was wearing a dark suit, and he was tall and strong. He was blocking the door to Zara's nightclub. We could hear the loud dance music behind the door. We wanted to go in. I had lost my job the other day. I needed to have a night of fun. I didn't want to have a lot of stress, so we had to find a way to get inside. The tall man was a bouncer. His job was to let the right people in and to keep everyone else out. He pointed to his clipboard and frowned. "Your name isn't on this list." I looked up at him. He was at least 6 inches taller than me. "How do we get on that list?" My friends, Nate and Aaron, and I had dressed up. We had driven across town to come to Zara's. The new club was famous and we wanted to check it out. But the bouncer did not reply. Instead, he looked over my skinny shoulder. There was a long line of people behind me. "How do I get in?" I asked again, and I snapped my fingers. I was trying to get his attention. "You don't," he said. He waved the next guest in the line to come forward. She was a beautiful blonde girl. When I saw her, I had an idea. Wait, I protested. "Our girlfriends are already inside." It was a lie. Aaron looked at me in a strange way. Perhaps he thought, "Is Jack crazy?" "Jack, what are you doing?" Aaron yelled in my ear. He was a good-looking guy, but he was also shy. He never took any risks. "Be quiet," I whispered back. I didn't want the bouncer to hear, but he did hear us. He rolled his eyes and tried to ignore me again. "No, really," I persisted. "Our girlfriends are inside, waiting for us." He lifted a red velvet rope to let the blonde girl pass. "Thanks, Bruce," she said as she walked by him. I could smell her perfume. I wanted to follow her in, but Bruce, the bouncer, shook his head at me. "Are your friends really inside?" "Yes," I answered. "Our girlfriends." His expression was doubtful. He rubbed his bald head, then he lifted his clipboard again. "Okay, what are their names?" "Their names?" Well, I didn't know their names, because they didn't exist. You're done," he said. He smiled, and he pushed me aside. "Next!" We could not get in. So we left Zara's. We went across the street for coffee. "That was dumb, Jack," Aaron said, and he took off his jacket. He had put on his favorite clothes to come out. With his good looks and clothes, he could be an actor, but his attitude was always negative. I felt bad because it had been my idea to go out. Everyone knew it was impossible to get inside Zara's without a reservation, and reservations were impossible to get. But I had wanted to try. Nate ordered his coffee black, along with 2 chocolate-glazed donuts. Nate was very different from Aaron. He was more adventurous and happy. Nate loved to eat sweets like cakes and candies, so he was a bit overweight. "I'll have the same," Aaron told the waiter. "But unglazed donuts, please." "And what would you like, sir?" the waiter asked me. "I would like to know how to get into that nightclub," I told him. "You can't get in there, not without a reservation or a date," he said. "Unless you are a female, of course. It is easy for the girls to go in. They want more girls inside." "Why?" Aaron asked. "Because the guys will go there and spend money." I nodded. "That's unfair." The waiter shrugged his shoulders. "Maybe, but that's life. If you want to go to Zara's, you will have to find someone to go with you. You want to order anything?" "Just coffee with milk. No donuts." I looked at my friends. "Who eats donuts at 9 o'clock at night?" Nate and Aaron exchanged looks. "We do," they said together. I sighed and crossed my arms. It looked like I was going to be spending the evening with these two. After our coffees and donuts were finished, we paid our check. I noticed 3 girls sitting at a table. They were talking. They were also finished with their food and drinks. "Guys, look," I said to my friends. "What if—" "No," Aaron said, cutting off my sentence. "Jack, let's just go." "Wait, what, Jack?" Nate asked. "Do you want to talk to them?" I combed my black hair back with my fingers. We can try. Why not? Come on, I just lost my job. Do me a favor. What is the worst thing that can happen? Aaron stared at me, but Nate punched him in the arm. Come on, Aaron, he said. Jack is right. We can ask them. Perhaps they will want to go with us to Zara's. If we get inside, they can stay with us, or they can leave us if they want to. The girls were watching us. One of them, a girl with red hair, leaned over the table. She whispered something to her friends, and they nodded. None of them were smiling. I felt a lump in my throat, but decided to go forward. I walked over to their table. My friend stayed behind me. Hi, my name is Jack Cruz. No relationship to Tom Cruise, I said, making a bad joke. I know, I said. But let's just try. Don't you want to see inside Zara's? The girls looked through the window at the long line in front of the nightclub. Then they looked at each other. We don't need you to get inside, said the redhead. But I guess we can help you boys out. By the way, my name is Caprice.